Yeah, so it's the last talk, so I'm going to make sure that I'm on time. I'm sure everyone's a bit tired, but I'll try to keep this entertaining and engaging. So today we're going to revisit what an NPU really is, right? So NPU, which, I mean, at this point, I guess every one of you kind of know it's the neural processing unit, or how other people call it, AI accelerator. And we're going to kind of revisit it in terms of how an NPU is designed and how can one redesign it to kind of meet the current needs of the landscape, and kind of how do you design it to be future-proof. An NPU, depending on which market segment you're going into, an NPU could deliver anywhere from 1 TOPS to 500 TOPS. I'm talking about embedded here. And the two things which will always come in mind, one is accuracy, right? Because all the convolutions are running at int8. So can an int8 keep up with the float? So accuracy always comes in, at least from a data science perspective, can I get the best accuracy? Then it comes down to performance. So everyone will talk about TOPS, TOPS, TOPS. And Will actually covered a very good point is when you start designing a system, it's not just about TOPS, right? It's about power, it's about area, it's about memory. And the other thing that not that many people talk about, but actually plays an extremely important role and will play an extremely important role going forward, would be adaptability of your embedded processors. And what I mean by that is, how programmable is your NPU? Can your NPU be truly called the GP NPU, which is a general purpose NPU? We've already seen this trend on GPUs, right? We kind of started the market segment, and this is like going 20 years back, where you had a very fixed pipeline of GPUs. You had the vertex shaders, the pixel shaders, then eventually they became programmable, and eventually they got unified, and here we have the GPU. I feel this market is heading towards the same direction of GP NPUs. So we're going to revisit what an NPU is, what are the current trends happening in NPUs, and what are the new trends coming in terms of neural networks. A lot of things are moving on, and you might have heard a lot of talks about DSP ops, which kind of uses a floating point engine. We kind of are going to go back and revisit, like, do you need the DSP or do you not need a DSP? We will go back to basics. I'm going to kind of retouch about fixed point and floating point. This is not a math class, but I'm just going to highlight a few things that a lot of people in this room probably already know or probably did 20 years back. But on how a floating point unit might not be required in your architecture. And then we're going to redesign an NPU from ground up.